What up, Dokkanners? The JP side of Dokkan has released a video. While Global received just simple tweet announcements, JP has received a full-on video talking about a couple of things that are coming up in part 2. But this does not cover everything, but it does cover enough stuff to warrant another video, which is why I'm making this. I was originally planning on just putting this in the pinned comment, but there's a lot to discuss here. So let's just unwind this entire thing. It's about an 8.5-minute video. We're obviously not going to be watching it because it's in Japanese. We don't understand it. But shout out to the Dokkan community for banding together and getting all the translations and stuff out. We're obviously not going to be knowing exactly what he's saying literally throughout. We're just going to be going through the gist of it. Shout out to Air Dokkan, Luca Dokkan, and you know what? D Simons, my boy, dropping some translations. He was pretty quick to the punch. So shout out to my buddy D Simons for the tweets as well. So let's just go through this. We're gonna just go piece by piece, and we'll just cover pretty much like the summary of it. So this is obviously referencing the new story event, or obviously I should say the reformatting of the part 1 story event. Now it's going to be in the narrative of the Meta Cooler event. They're going to be adding some more stages, obviously some new missions. There's also going to be, I think, a new meta, or it says the Meta Cooler can be Dokkan Awakened. I believe who they're referring to here is the STR Meta Cooler from the Meta Cooler army, like the one that leads them, which we'll get to in a minute. So regardless, this is going to be the update to the story event. And as you can see, they're once again reusing the assets for whatever these units are, like the SSR forms of the LRs, maybe some super attack animations, whatever. So that's the first one that we already knew. After that, we are looking at the TUR for the free-to-play STR Meta Cooler. This one, I believe, will be awakened from this event. This is who I'm referencing. So there's that. And then they also showed the redesign of the other units and their TURs. Out of all of these, I think the coolest looking one might be the green one. I know it's like against my purple religion to say anything other than purple, but this one kind of looks lame. It's just, he's just like floating like, wee. This one actually looks kind of cool. Looks like he just used a falcon punch or something. So yeah, this looks pretty dope. They all look cool. The kick looks great too. Dang. So those were the TURs for the free-to-play Meta Cooler army. Now we get to the good stuff. So here we go. This right here is going to be an update to the new challenge event that was released during part 1. If you guys don't recall, it was this one, Fighting of the Spirit of the Saiyans, blah, 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 Pride of the Wicked Bloodline. So they're going to be implementing a part 2 version of that with the Meta Coolers and the Goku Vegeta. So obviously the final boss of those 2 levels will be Goku Vegeta and Meta Cooler army respectively. Okay. So now let's move on here. The next little piece of news is this. Now this is the answer to the Toon Key, people, I think. Because now we are going to be getting a link level event that is challengeable 3 times per week, apparently. A new link level event. And I do want to add that apparently in the dialogue, they say it's going to be done in a massive way. You will be able to upload links or up-level links in a massive way. This is translated by Google, so, you know, forgive Google for being stupid. But in a massive way, you'll be able to boost your link levels. Now, this could potentially be the answer to the Toon Key, where they're guaranteed. Maybe they're near guaranteed. Maybe they're at the level of the Guru link level stage that we had during the countdown portion. The countdown portion did have a 19.5 link level coefficient, I think, which made for some very nice rates. Obviously not guaranteed rates, but still very nice. And given that this is going to be possibly runnable 3 times a week, I'm not seeing 3 times here, so I'm just gonna have to imagine that they just said it in the video. But given that it's either this or both, I don't think it's going to be a guarantee, because that would be probably too broken. But the good news is free-to-play players who might have an issue with the fact that they're doing a paywall for the link level up thing, there's your answer. So that's going to be awesome. Actually, wait, you know what? So it shows 3 right there. So maybe it is 3 times per week, because it shows the 3 right there. Anyway, let's move on here. So after that, this. All right, so now this is the new event that is coming during the worldwide download celebration. New Planet Namek is in danger. Break through the super armor, defeat a large number of robot soldiers, and get luxurious rewards. Now, if that sounds at all familiar, break through, that should ring a bell if you're a veteran player who's been around for a year, because this is basically the same premise as last year's worldwide download exclusive event. And I gotta say, I loved this event. This event was so much fun. I am really looking forward to this. It's not challenging in the sense that it's like world-ending Avengers level threats like Cell Max or Frieza. It was just challenging in the sense that you had to completely look at things in a completely different way, because now you are trying to get through just an army of enemies. That's basically the goal here. You're supposed to be, I think it's like, yeah, here we go. Phase 1 to 2, you have 3 turns to complete. Phase 3 to 4, you have 2 turns to complete. And then phase 5, you have 1 turn. If you guys want to see like a more visual example of how these events worked in the past, go watch my videos. I'm gonna link them in the description or in the pinned comment, so you guys can go check it out. It was a really fun time. It wasn't completely outside of what normal Dokkan is, but it made you think differently. It was not the same sort of thing that you're used to running on Dokkan events, especially given back at the time when we had this last year. We didn't have Cell Max, we didn't have Red Zone. There really wasn't a new event to, you know, make us work hard, right? This one really made us sweat. And I remember I sort of had like an internal competition with myself and Goresh, trying to drop these videos as quickly as possible. Goresh beat me to the punch, obviously, because Goresh W 2-0. But this was a lot of fun. So definitely go check these out. Watch it. This is basically what we're going to be getting probably again for the worldwide download for part 2, which is going to be fighting off against the Cyclopean guards. Now, I do want to say, for the worldwide download last year, the win-lose units had to do with that event. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the case this time around. They don't talk about this in the video. I would hope that they don't. I don't really want to have a lose unit be a stupid like Cyclopean, however you say it, Cyclopean guard. I don't want that to be a lose unit, and the win one is like Gohan and Krillin. Nobody cares. So they'll probably have to do this like, I don't know, Goku Vegeta or Goku Vegeta and Cooler. I don't know. We'll see what they do for the win-lose unit. Whatever is the better unit, obviously JP will win because JP always wins that. But yeah, there's that. Now next, what else do we got here? We got the Red Zone for the Wicked Bloodline. So as you can see, we got the same unit, full power Frieza there. But we've got King Cold and Metacooler. Now, I made a previous video talking about this because it was already teased in the in-game news. However, I thought that maybe we could see a Mecha Frieza. Now, I still feel like that's possible, given that King Cold only shows up during the Mecha Frieza mini arc, right? Which is like 2 episodes. But maybe he doesn't. I feel like it could be Mecha Frieza because we're going to be getting Metacooler, which could then maybe move to like a Golden Frieza and a Golden Metacooler as like the final 2 stages. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But once again, they're talking about it here. 2 stages are coming. Now the Cell Max image. This one I was very happy to see. Upcoming high difficulty events will not be as hard as Cell Max. Now, I actually like that because I think a lot of people are very much discouraged right now. Mainly new players are feeling very discouraged, either because their summons weren't that great or because they're maybe just not able to beat this event. They're seeing all their favorite creators beat it. Maybe they can't do it. So I think this is going to be a nice blueprint event for right now in terms of like, this is the end game to end all end games, right? If you want to really test your skills, take on Cell Max. But until then, you have other varying level of degree difficulty events. Red Zone, Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, all these other things. But for the time being, this will be the toughest event in Dokkan. And I like that. I think that's cool. I don't know about you guys, but let me know what you think. I think that's pretty great. Let's move on here. We're almost done. Almost done. Up next, we got this version Z update. Now I'm going to tell you right now, folks, it is not the friend system. Nope, it is not the friend system. They are developing new high difficulty events where we can play with different strategies. That is their next focus in their next iteration of the version Z project. Now, this doesn't mean that the friend system update may not happen in the future. It still very well could. It also very well may not. But for right now, this is their emphasis. So whatever that ends up being, whether this is going to be brand new events that are very creative and different, or it's just going to be the same stuff again and again, we'll have to wait and see. But it's nice to see that they're once again giving another update on the project version Z, because as I've said before, as they've said before, it is a project that spans multiple iterations, multiple updates, because this is not a one job, odd job kind of thing. They want to keep improving the game based on global or based on Dokkan feedback. I'm sure they know how much we despise the friend system. I think that that is just going to be happening sometime later on down the road, but I'm trying to be cautiously optimistic. For right now, let's just accept with what they've got here. So yeah, they're focusing on new events, new strategies for the new events, which is cool. And then I think we're coming up on one more thing here. I know we're like halfway through, but there's only really one more thing to discuss, and that is this. So in part 2, it looks like we're going to be receiving the easy area for these 3 free-to-play units. Now, this doesn't show the Metacooler army, which is unfortunate, but that might be a completely different easy area that might happen in the future, maybe during part 3 or something else. I don't know. But what we're looking at here is the Tech Final Form Cooler that you can obtain from the Strongest Rivals story event. This is the Goku Gohan from the currently available story event, the new one, the Strongest in the Universe, whatever. This is the exchange unit. And this guy right here, this is actually the TUR of the STR free-to-play Metacooler from back here. So I think he's there simply because of the fact that he gets the medals from that same event, which is why this easy area only pertains to the units that are involved in that story event. That's why the Metacooler army isn't there. And that is probably going to be something that we get in part 3. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be happening in part 2, but still, for those of you who might have been seeking some closure on these free-to-plays, you're getting it with the easy area in part 2, which is awesome. Now, you might have seen some of the other stuff here. We've already talked about this on a previous video. These 3 EZAs have been officially announced and revealed. We know what they do exactly, except for the transformation condition for the Meta Cooler. I think we can all agree that nobody wants to transform, but if you do, we'll have to wait and see if the transformation condition changes. But if you want more information on these 3 EZAs, go check out my other video. I will try to link that as well. There's going to be a lot of references for you guys to go check out. Just go watch all my videos. It's just easy. Just go watch my entire channel. And I think that's it for anything new. All this stuff we've already covered. And then, of course, the new LRs. Let me know in the comments again which one you like more. I think it's Meta Cooler. Actually, you know what? Shout out to one of my tunes. I couldn't get your name because I quickly saw it. I haven't read through all the comments yet, but I saw one of the comments on my previous video talking about another possible name for this Meta Cooler. Could be Meta Cooler Big Getty Star Absorbed or something to that effect, where it involves the Big Getty Star, which is very much possible. I don't think they're going to do that, but I think it's possible. And if they do, that would be fantastic because, again, it covers a different Meta Cooler, allowing us to run the Dokkan Festival one along with this new LR Meta Cooler. So here's hoping for that. And I think that's pretty much it for the rest of the video. So yeah, JP got a whole lot more juicy news than Global did, but whatever, man. We're all getting it together during Worldwide Part 2. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about all of these events, all the things that are coming up? What do you think about the new Link level event? What do you think about Project Version Z? Are you looking forward to the new Breaking Through the Enemy Lines event? Which LR are you more excited for? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you're going to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.